You're living with someone you've never actually met, someone who knows your habits, your interests, maybe even your secrets. It's a version of you that exists only in the digital world, an invisible shadow that follows your every move. So today, we're going to turn on the light and finally meet that shadow. All right, let's just dive right in with a question that I'm sure you've asked yourself. You're talking to a friend about something totally random, and then boom, 30 minutes later, an ad for that exact thing pops up on your phone. It feels like your phone is eavesdropping, right? And look, this is a real experience someone shared online. It's that uncanny feeling we all know. One minute, you're just chatting about coffee. The next, your inbox is practically begging you to buy some. It's moments like these that make you wonder who or what is actually listening. But here's the twist, the real kicker. For the most part, they don't have to listen. The truth is way more complex and honestly a lot more efficient than just having a microphone on all the time. They have much cheaper, much more powerful ways of knowing what you're thinking about. So if they're not listening to our conversations, then what is it? Well, it's the trail. It's the trail of digital breadcrumbs we leave behind with every single click, every search, and every tap. And we're going to follow that trail right now and see just where it leads. The entire system behind this actually has a name: surveillance advertising. It's a whole industry, a massive one, built on creating these incredibly detailed profiles of each and every one of us, all to predict what we want, sometimes before we even know we want it. So what goes into these profiles? The short answer? Everything. Your entire search history, the articles you read, your physical location being tracked by GPS, every ad you've ever interacted with. They even buy data about you from other companies. It's this huge, interconnected web of information that all points right back to you. Now, this is a really crucial point. This isn't some person in a dark room watching your screen. No way. It's a massive automated system. Your data gets anonymized and fed into algorithms that just look for patterns. To the machine, you're not a name. You're a set of probabilities, a data point in a colossal machine. And all of this data, all of these probabilities and predictions, they come together to create something new. A digital shadow, a version of you that exists only in code, but has a very, very real impact on your life. And when you look at them side by side, the contrast is pretty stark. On one side, you have the real you, complex, emotional, with private thoughts, a whole person. And on the other side, there's your digital shadow. It's not a person, it's a profile. A philosopher, Gilles Deleuze, actually called this a dividual. Not an individual, but a dividual. A collection of data bits that can be tracked and controlled. And this is the key to understanding it. Your digital shadow isn't a reflection of you. It's a construction. It's a constantly updated collage made from the digital exhaust you leave behind, and it's designed to be analyzed by these automated systems. But this digital shadow isn't just sitting in a database somewhere. It's not passive. It's actively shaping the world you experience online, and more, the world you experience offline too. It all works in a kind of feedback loop. Your actions are collected, which updates your shadow profile. Then, algorithms make inferences, educated guesses about your interests. And finally, your entire online world, from your newsfeed to your ads, gets filtered based on those guesses. It creates a little echo chamber built just for you by your own data. And this is where things get really important. Our society is building systems for getting a loan, for applying to a job, for getting insurance, that trust this data-driven shadow more than the actual person. Why? Because the data feels objective, it feels absolute, so it's treated as the ultimate truth about who you are. And the consequences of that are serious. This trust in the data self can lead to real-world harm. Everything from algorithmic bias that fuels discrimination to major security risks when these huge data profiles get hacked. So all of this brings us back to a really fundamental question. With this powerful, invisible self operating in the background, what does it even mean to be you when you're online? Look, we all try to build a digital personality. That's the version of you that you want the world to see, the photos you post, the opinions you share. But that curated self is constantly in a tug of war with the digital shadow that's being built for you, completely without your direct input. And it doesn't matter what kind of device you're using. A fancy smartphone or a simple one, in the middle of a big city or a quiet village. Every piece of technology is part of this network. Our digital shadows are built from every single interaction, no matter how small or insignificant it might seem. So I guess we're left with this final question. As this invisible you, this digital shadow, gets more and more detailed, more predictive, and more trusted by the systems that run our world, which self is becoming more real? The one you feel you are, or the one the data says you are? That's something to think about.